Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and you join me here for a rather different episode in my Transport Fever 2 series on playing on the Bristol map. Yeah, we're starting somewhere different today, as you can probably tell. We're not actually in gameplay, we're right at the front menu of the game because I've decided to do something rather bold and brash. Or you may describe it as rash and reckless. Yeah. I'm going with the beta. There is a brand new update to the game, the Spring 2022 update coming in May, and we're about 2 weeks, I think, roughly into the beta testing of that new update, and it's going reasonably well. And one of the most exciting things I discovered was that I could actually run my existing long-term save game, the Bristol game that I've been playing on the Let's Play here. I could load that up and everything still works, bar a couple of little issues. But best of all, we can actually make some interesting changes to the gameplay itself, the way the game works, right here in the front menus, which is why we're starting right here. Right, so the most important thing I think for me was that I could apply a number of really interesting changes to my existing long-term game. So if we go into load game here, pick up one of the games that we've been playing on here. Let's take that one for example. Now here, when I'm loading the game, I can go into basic settings. Look at that, new basic game settings. Now this you would typically apply when you're creating a brand new map for starting a whole new session on the game, but it can be applied and works in an existing game that you've been running for however long it might be. Now we know we can extend our town cargo demand. We can actually now have the towns evolve so that over time they will accept up to all six types of cargo demands. Now there's still some issue, I believe, around cargo mods that affect how cargo works in terms of town demand and also the different types of cargo that you might have, the expanded cargo list. I'm not playing with that, so I can't really comment on that, but keep an eye on that if you want to, on people playing the beta or indeed in the beta discussions on Steam. Quite a large map here, is quite evolved, so I'm thinking I don't want too many notifications, because every time a new cargo is added to a town you get a notification. That could get rather tiresome if I'm going to have lots and lots and lots and lots of these. I'm going to have enough as it is already. So I'm, for the moment only, I think going to take my town demand up to 4 different types of cargo. One of the new and exciting things here is adding to the economy of Transport Fever 2 in that industries which you do not actually make use of will close down. They'll disappear. And also, when again, this particularly applies if you're creating a brand new game, is you can start off with a certain level of industry on your map, but set it so that that will evolve over time. So you'll set a target density for industry on your map. Now, I'm playing with a customized map and I place pretty much all the industries myself, so I'm not quite sure how this will fit into how my map develops. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to say industries close rarely. Obviously, if I set that to very often, then the likelihood is that if I don't get to them within quite a short time span, a number of years, I'm not sure what the time span actually is in terms of how frequently they close. But if I set that to very often, then I dare say I could leave many industries, I have left many industries running unused for many, many years. So they will close down quite quickly. I'm going to set that for the moment to rarely. But as you can see, I can come back at any point and change it again. For the industry density target, again, I don't know what my current density is, how that would rate in terms of these categories within the game parameters. So I'm just going to set it to medium for the moment, which I think will allow it to add a few extra industries as we go through, but we'll see that as the game develops. So we're okay on that. Now if I go into select options here, which is normally, so far to date, been where you select what mods you've got running in your game. As you can see here, I've actually got 378 mods enabled, which is quite a lot. I dare say it's nowhere near as many as some of the other high detail players will use. They'll have hundreds and perhaps thousands of mods on their game. So what I can do here, not just set what mods I want, I can actually arrange these mods into different types of mod presets or playlists, if you will. So if I want to start an American map, I might create a set of mods specific to American vehicles, American terrain, American buildings and so on, and save that as a preset. So when I want, again in the future, to come back and play another American map, for example, I can go back to that original playlist of American mods I used in my previous game and reuse that, and it's ready built, ready for me to go. That is a nice little option, I think. However, what I'm here for specifically is the advanced settings. Here is where we can change in detail the difficulty and the characteristics of how our map develops and how difficult it will be for us to make or not make money. I think we have had for some time the ability to change sort of the general difficulty level on our map, but we can do that even more now. So we've got our generic income difficulty, how difficult it is for us to make money. I'm going to leave that on medium for the moment. But what you can do here is, if, and often happens in later game in Transport Fever 2, is you've already set up your network, it works really well, and you're just raking the money in. It is just so easy to snowball money. You can never make a loss almost. If you want a bit more of a challenge, you could start adjusting these as your game develops. So I could put up my infrastructure purchasing costs, my maintenance costs I can put up, or if I'm really struggling to make money, I can take them down. So live in an existing save game, I can change how the economy of my world operates. Now what I find most interesting here is these town growth factors. So here we can say how much of an impact these positive and negative characteristics will have. So for example, if I add many more public destinations to my towns, they will grow that much faster, or they won't be too bothered about it. I'll reduce that positive impact. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say that even if I add roads to other towns on the map, not adding routes, just adding roads and connectivity between different towns, I don't want that to have as much of an impact on town growth as it would do normally. So I'm going to reduce that to say 50%. And also what I'm going to do here is that you may have seen in some of my earlier episodes, congestion on my roads is a huge problem. So what I would like to do, I think, is just make that a big impact. So if I increase that, say, to 125%, so the more congested my AI traffic is, the more my towns will react to that and start closing down businesses or moving out or whatever. So it will reduce town growth the more congestion I have in my towns. So I think I'll just leave it like that for the moment, and we can come back and obviously change these at any time in the future where I feel a little bit more tinkering needs to be done on my maps. So that's how we're going to set our gameplay going forward, those new settings. So what I'll do now is I'll actually start this game and get into that. So we'll click start. Thank you. Now this will take several minutes to get going, so what I'll do is I'll rejoin you in but the turn of a sexy video effect, and then we'll get into seeing how the game, with this new beta of the upcoming Spring 2022 update, actually works. See you then. And here we are, back into the game, overlooking the new Chippenham railway station, which, if you were watching the last episode, you'll remember I made a right pig's ear of upgrading this to add in the longer trains that I wanted on the Bristol to Bath main line. I did show you a few shots of it at the end of that video, but yeah, that was a proper old silly me, just getting it wrong and not doing things properly, but I've tidied it up and it looks okay now. I think it certainly can handle the longer trains. Anyway, on to this game. A reminder that we are still in the first couple of weeks of the beta stage of this latest update to Transport Fever 2, so things may change and things may go wrong, or they might work differently here to what happens in the actual final release of the game, the update, which happens in May 2022. I've only got a couple of errors coming up here, missing resources to do with ground textures or something. I should probably investigate those and deal with those mods that are giving me those error messages, but they are non-fatal, certainly. Well, so far they've been non-fatal, so I'll just ignore them for the time being. Anyway, let's have a look at some of the things we want to do on this map. Now, can I set this, which I usually do? Another very welcome, and to be honest, long overdue change in the game is that any filter settings you set here in a save game are saved. So when you next load up that game, you don't have to come back here and change these HUD icon filters at all, which is very nice. Thank you so much for doing that. And about time too. I want to go to Keynsham. Where the heck is Keynsham? There's Bathwick. There's Keynsham. Okay. Now, again, Keynsham was a station I had problems with most of my stations in the last episode. But yeah, it just about fits these lovely long trains for the mainline express service. And we have a local service also coming into Keynsham. Let's get my lines up here. Don't need that anymore. So we'll only look at these. We'll only look at train lines. That's lovely. So yeah, I've got these two services coming in here. And obviously there's a bit of waiting around if the platforms are full. And what I want to do here, I suppose, is say, well, if the platform you want to get to is full, why not try an alternate platform? I was thinking of adding a bay platform here for the local service, but I thought, do I need to do that? Is that unnecessary expense? The real Keynsham only has 2 platforms. So let's have a look at putting in alternate platform use here. We'll do it first for our local service, and that is done on the line itself. You don't do it on the train station. So if I get into the line here, there you go. You don't actually do it on the train station itself, so you can't do it here and say, actually I want platform 2 to also be used, or platform 1 rather. I don't want platform 1 to also be used for the Somerset and Dorset line. You have to do it on the line itself. So if we come here, go into manage line, and we're going to say that when you come into Keynsham, you'll see this lovely little icon here. If I click that, now it's currently saying that it's going into platform 2, which indeed it is. If I click it back again, there you go, into platform 2. And you can't disable that because that's the primary platform, but I can add in platform 1. And that's the job done. And this light icon now lights up as blue. So if we take that out here, you can see here now that there are 2 yellow lines going into Keynsham. Darker sort of deep blue. Why am I saying deep blue? Not quite sure. That's probably a reference to something that that's hidden in the recesses of my strange brain. Yeah, the deeper colour yellow is the Somerset and Dorset, but the paler, more translucent yellow is the alternate colour for the Somerset and Dorset line. So that can come in there if that platform is free and the main one isn't. And it can get in and out of both platforms. What if we do that though for the main line service, the Bristol to Bath main line? If we try that again, so because the local service might be hogging that platform and this train wants to get in, so why not use platform 1 instead? So let's manage that line, and we'll say if you're coming out of Bristol Templemead, so it's this platform 2 here, I want you to actually go instead, if that's busy, to go to platform 1. Now notice here this is different. It's got a little yellow down arrow, which means it's not reachable, as the tooltip says, from the previous station. So you can set it, but it can't actually reach it, so it's a bit pointless. So what I need to do is adjust my switches, or indeed add switches here, to allow that train to get to the alternate platform. And likewise coming back from Bath Spa, which is the other train there, the top one, train 32, if it's coming from Bath Spa and that platform is already in use, perhaps by a local service or whatever, then that could use platform 2. And again, you see the single yellow down arrow there. You can just about make it out, saying it's not actually reachable. Oh, sorry, no, they cannot reach the next station. So it can't get to it can't get to Bristol Templemeads from here. So it can get to that platform from Bath Spa, but it can't get out again. So what we want is some switches down here, and we should be able to do that, I think. So if I set, we don't want catenary because it's a non-electrified line, so if I put that going in there, that's a bit slow, isn't it, actually? Let's get you out the way. Can we make it? We've got signals there. Should be all right. That's a much better speed. I think we can do that. That's good. Now, how does that affect the line? Does that mean my trains can get between these stations? If I click from Keynsham, yep, no yellow down arrow on that one. And here, the yellow down arrow is still there. So it needs to get from platform 2, so I do need a diamond in there. So I'll put that in there. Okay, now, are my signals okay? Actually, could probably do with removing that signal there, just in case. So we'll replace that signal onto the other end. That's you, isn't it? Yeah, 3 aspect. You're not one way. No auto signal. We'll put you up there, I think. That will do nicely. Okay, now that says that you can get to those platforms, but you have an issue with them because the switches aren't quite right. But if we actually go back to Chippenham, now you'll see here there's no way trains from the Bath and Bristol main line, this one here for example, can actually get across this other platform. So what happens if you try and set that as an alternate? So if I go here, got the single yellow down arrow on terminal 1, which means it can't reach it from the previous station. It can get back, that's not a problem, but it can't reach it from the previous station. Whereas platform 3 has 2 red down arrows. It's not connected at all. It's not combinable. So that tells you I can set it, but there's no way it's going to be able to use it. So yeah, so bear that in mind, and that just means I've got to set up a new set of switches from this track here, from platform 3, to go across there so the Bristol Bath main line can use it if I want it to. What we can do is I can put in a waypoint here, a new waypoint, which means that if I add this waypoint to the line, it has to be added to the line definition itself. The train will sound its horn as it comes out, as it passes that waypoint. You need to make sure it's obviously going in the right direction. Again, because I'm actually playing British alignments, my trains only, to be honest, my road vehicles don't. My trains travel on the left, so this is sort of non-standard. So I have to have this waypoint in slightly the wrong position. So if I put you there, so make sure it's going in the right direction, and then I can edit this line, Bristol Bath main line, manage the line. When you come out of Keynsham going towards Bath Spa, I want you to add that waypoint to the line. Now what happens is if that train has an appropriate sound in its whistle inventory, in the configuration of that mod, it will sound the horn as it goes past that waypoint. Let's see if it does it. I'm not sure how long we have to wait for this train to do that. It's emptying, so we've got to wait a little bit longer. I'll catch up with you in a second when it's ready to leave. Oh, before it does that, it's about to leave, I think. What you're seeing here is the notifications as buildings have developed to a certain level within those towns. And they just only stay there for a little while, as is normal for, for these notifications. So our train is leaving. Where's that waypoint? Where is that waypoint? It's along here somewhere, behind that tree, isn't it? So does this mod have... Oh, I'll hold this. Yeah, so that's the notification. If I click that notification, it'll take me straight to that town, and I can see what's going on here. Yeah, so those buildings have evolved to the appropriate level. We'll look at that in more detail in a moment, and added them to that list. I want to stay on this train, though. Oh, it's train number 1. That's cool, isn't it? There, hopefully you heard that. The whistle went off as it passed that waypoint. Notice these little signals here on the screen. There's a little glitch at this point in the beta where some of these notifications throw up icons for the area they're talking about. So that was St George, I think, wherever it was anyway. So that was throwing up icons for that part of the map. That's been notified and the devs are looking at that, so hopefully they will fix that. Where's this train going? Actually, are you coming in? Are you going to platform 1 or 2? Yeah, you see these sort of visual glitches. Oh, you're going into platform 2, your alternate platform. Okay, that's excellent. Passengers and cargo don't change. This is why I didn't want to go to 6, because I'm going to get a lot of those notifications. Passengers and cargo don't swap platforms. They transport magically over. Now, one slight issue we've got here, now I don't know how far the devs have got in fixing this, or if it's a mod related issue, is that the doors don't always open on the right side when they're using the alternate platform. So here you can see, yeah, passengers, they are actually still on platform 2 and they will travel magically across to the train. But yeah, the doors aren't quite right yet. Again, whether that's a mod or a game issue, I'm not entirely sure as yet, but certainly something the devs are working on. But anyway, yeah, so that's alternate platforms and stuff. What else? Oh, while I'm here looking at this, on stations, terminals. Let's look at terminals. The terminal buildings here add extra capacity to your stations. So when a platform overflows, like as you can see here, platform 1 is overflowing with 408 passengers out of a total capacity of 408 people standing there. The excess will use the building space. So if you add bigger buildings to your stations, you'll increase the capacity, so they won't get that overcrowdedness thing, that negative impact on your town growth. One slight issue with this at the moment, and it's to do with modded stations, and most of my stations, strangely enough, Keynsham wasn't one of them. I used the vanilla station initially for Keynsham. Is Temple Meads vanilla or not? Yeah, Temple Meads I created using a UK mod. So this is a UK mod created station, and that means I don't get the building capacities added to it. Even if I take these modded buildings off and put vanilla buildings on, I will not get an increase in capacity. Now, again, I don't know if that's something that the developers can fix, or we're having to wait for the modder, if they're still active, if they're willing to make this change to their mod to add those capacities into it. So even if I take these modded buildings off and put vanilla buildings on, I still won't get the extra capacity on that station. Now, the other thing I want to look at here is, can I do this anywhere? There is the same sort of capability on road stations. That's a modded one. Do I have a non-modded station? That's a bit of a pity, but anyway. Okay, let's place down, because I like these a lot. So if we place down a vanilla passenger station, road station, so that will be you. So if I place you down there, for example, they have added in additional buildings for your cargo and passenger road stops. Yes, or road stations at least. So if I configure this and go to passenger, I've got these lovely little buildings as well now that I can put on here. And these will add the extra capacity. And these I really like. Unfortunately, you can only place them where you've got these edges to the station. So if I actually come out of there, if I delete that one and that one, I can't place it over there. It's got to be on an edge where there is something already existing. But if I place you, say, along there, yeah, you're not actually a platform stop. You're a building, and you add extra capacity. But look at that! That is so cool. Look, a proper passenger waiting room. And there is the same thing available to you on cargo road stations as well. So there are additional little cargo buildings you can add to your vanilla, at least, cargo stations, truck stations, and they will add extra capacity just like it does on road stations. Anyway, what I want to do here, we've spent a fair amount of time looking at passengers. I wanted to do something more with cargo again, somewhere where I've not been for a little while. Now, buoys. We could look at buoys, couldn't we, actually, in the water? Because I noticed when I was playing with the beta earlier that this route, I mean, why is it going all the way out there? That's just silly, isn't it? It would be so much quicker, surely, if it took a much more direct route. So let's actually put some buoys on this. Waypoints. Yeah, look at that, buoys. Buoys are directional. So we're going back from Portbury Docks, Royal Portbury Docks, sorry, back to Newport. So we need to make sure this is going in the right direction. So N to turn that round. And we'll put you there. And we might put another one down here as well. Put another one in. Oh, autosave is running, so okay, be back with you in a moment. Right, so autosave is done, and that buoy's in place, and we can put you in here as well. There you go. So we can now manage our line. So we're going back from Royal Portbury Dock via that buoy. Click it. Oh, hang on. Oh, there it goes. It took its time. Yeah, don't go there twice. Well, it doesn't actually need that other buoy, does it? Because it's realised that's the direction to take, but we'll add it in anyway. It's a little bit slow there. I'm not quite sure why that was slow around there. It's taking a slight kink, so do we actually need that buoy? We'll actually leave that buoy out, I think, for the moment. That looks good. Okay, excellent. So that's buoys and ship waypoints. Like it quite a lot, actually. Now, I was looking, as I said earlier, at putting in some. What I want to do is start delivering food to these towns up here, and as you can see, we've got our third demand in Cam. They now want food. You can see what's going on here. I think is on the land use. Yeah. So here you can see building levels 1 through to 4, and as they reach, I'm honestly not certain of this. I saw it in one of the live streams, either level 3 or level 4, but as those buildings level up, they will get new demands. So can we see that on the cargo demand? Where is our food building? Where's the building that wants food? There's probably only one wants food. Oh, there's 2 of them. These 2 buildings here. Oh, yeah, there are 2 buildings there. They're commercial buildings. It doesn't tell you what level they're at. If we go into the land use, they look very much like level 4. So they've leveled up to level 4 while I've been running this this new game, or running the game since I came into it. Presumably this building, leveled up earlier. So it's only as they level up into that new level they'll get the extra cargo demand. So food is wanted there as well. Now we've got farms around here, which is why I was looking at this area. We do also have a food plant here, which I suppose I could use, because that actually might be quite useful. A whole food industry out here, because I could then connect that by ship perhaps to go across the water to Wales. Could do that. Right, so what we're going to do, we are going to put in routes from here. Do I want to have all my farms collecting? There's a farm up there. Do I need rail for all these? I probably do, actually. So we're going to need quite a substantial hub round here. Cargo buildings, cargo there. It's going to be quite long, I think. High speed. No catenary. We're going to use vanilla. We've only got vanilla cargo stations. Very few modded cargo. I've not seen a specifically modded cargo station. I don't know if there are any around. If you know of any modded cargo stations, please do let me know, and I'll see if I can include them in this game. We could put you there. Does that work? Or do I want it to go in that orientation? If I put it around here, actually, that might make it easier. If I do want to go into dockside operations, it might be easier doing it around here. Now, will you connect to that corner? Probably not. No. How annoying is that? If I put a bit of road round there, though, you will. We could probably have road services connected. Okay, we'll put in some road. We'll put in a little bit of road. Country road, that's you. Just simple. We'll use, actually, what? Well, you are 40 mile an hour. No, I want faster than that. They shouldn't be speeding around in industry zone, but we're going to do that anyway. We'll upgrade all of you to tarmac, 60 mile an hour. Yeah, that will do. And we'll connect you in. Can I connect you to there? That looks good. Reasonably straightish, I think. And round the other side. Yeah, let's do Let's do all 3 sides. Yeah, I know it's got 4 sides, but you know what I mean. And you're not connecting in. That's good. I think, can I make you closer? It's as close as I can get, I think. Okay, we'll leave you there. We'll get rid of that little stubbette. Now, our train station. I wanted you down here somewhere. So if I connect you to the road, excellent. And we're going to have at least 4, probably more platforms on here, to be honest. But that's what we'll start with. Yeah, that looks good. So it would be nice if it lined up with the industry, wouldn't it? Oh, bother. Yeah, we'll do that. We will do that. It looks odd having it at a strange angle. And you know what? I'm not going to use those roads. Not there anyway. I just like it. Looks so much better if it's connected directly. Like they're going to pick their food, the produce directly up from the industry itself. Okay, so that is that. So how are we going to connect you to a farm? We've got farms over there at the other side of the airport, and there's a train route, an express train route, and a tram line in there. Could I do that by truck? That one I could possibly do by truck. Okay. Which other one do we have? One here. And there's a train line there. Oh, that's actually, that is just for depot, isn't it? That train line. Yes. So that one I'm not too worried about interrupting. Okay, so we're going to have, I think we'll cut away this bit of road. We're not going to need a big station there, are we? Just one platform, high speed. It'll make it the same length because you will be stocking grain up. We just need to make sure that there's always platform length enough. Tracks, high speed, no catenary. We'll keep parallel off for the time being. Where the heck are you going? You're going down there. So you'll turn it. Do I want you to go around that way? Yeah, there's too much congestion over this side, so you'll go this way, I think. That's fine. Where's my little dot? There we are. I have a tunnel in there. Can I use a different tunnel? These are high-speed track tunnels. That's okay. That's concrete, that's rock. We'll have concrete on the inside of that tunnel, I think. That should be good. Oh, that's better, isn't it? That's a little shorter. Okay, I'll take you. Oh, you're going across the road. Oh, okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that. That's good. So what sort of bridge do we want there? How much of a bridge is it going to be? We're going to use one of you. You are quite high there, aren't you? And you're not a terribly modern looking bridge. Yeah, these pillars don't look terribly clever, do they? What about you? Oh, you've got no supports at all. You? And you? Quite like you, but let's... I like you more, actually. We'll go with you, but we'll make you a fairly shortish stretch of bridge. Odd placement of pillars there. Okay, if I place you there... Okay, and then we can bring you down with an embankment. Yeah, we don't need too much of a stretch of bridge there, do we? Where are we going? Forgotten already. There we are. We're going in here. We're not connecting to that. Okay. I think if we bridge over that. 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 4. No, don't want... What if we come from the other direction? Ah, okay, you're better that direction. Ooh, that looks okay. But we do actually want a bridge, not just flying track. And we'll use you there. Have we got enough gap there? Looks a bit tight actually, doesn't it? So we won't go down quite so fast. That's probably sufficient. I've seen this before when I was doing bridges before, I think over Wiltshire Way. When I looked at it like this, the gap didn't seem, the distance, the height didn't seem to be that good. But when the trains ran under it, the trains were actually a lot shorter. So it didn't need quite so much elevation. Whatever. Yeah. There's a word there that I'm thinking of, which... Okay, can I move you into there? That looks alright. That road's a bit pants. But that will do. Okay, yeah, I think that will do. And we're coming off... Yeah, that will do there, but I don't like the angle of that there. If I draw you straight across to there... Ooh, that works. I get a lot more bridge there than I wanted, but I could actually turn that back into embankment, couldn't I? Yes. Yeah, I'm happy with that, actually. That looks cool. I'm good with that. And so where are we going to double track it? We're going to double track it on this side. Around here, like so. I'll sort out that road in a minute, honest gov. Get you going up there. Really? Bridge pillar collision? Don't give me that nonsense. Okay. Oh, for goodness sakes. Honestly. Silly game. Alright, so if we delete that and that, can I get the track across as an embankment? There. Okay. And there. There you are, that's better. Okay, yeah, it looks a bit odd, but I'm sure we'll work that out. Carry you straight through this tunnel. That's good. And then we'll just slip you into the station there. Sweet. Some signals. One way, yes. Going in to there. And we'll auto signal on the way going that way. I didn't say yes there, did I? Click yes, like you mean it. Alright, and we'll put that there. Distance 350 meters. I'm not quite sure if that... Well, whatever. That will do. Good, 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 good. Right, and we could do with... Yeah, we need a slip there. So we're coming in from that side. And we're going out on that side. Like so. Bit of a tight curve that, but it will work. Click yes. Put the signals back in. Yeah, we'll have one going in there and going out again on the other side. We'll just have them lined up like so. Sweet. Okay, so we've got that. How are we going to get trains on there? We have actually got... Oh, this will work. They can come from that same depot, can't they? Out there. Yes. Now I don't think there's any lines. Oh, there's a, oh, there is. Yes, there's a freight line going up there. That's okay. We can handle that. So we'll have trains coming in to all these platforms here. Let's get rid of that bit of... Actually, I need that road for the dock, don't I? Okay, let's take that out. Can I put track in there? Actually, let's put the track in here to start with. Like so. Okay, that's good. And just wrap you into there. That's good. Okay, And I want to oh, no, let's put that track back. I want to carry you on to here, so we can get our depot trains out to that part of the world. And you just need to be on there. That's good, I think. Yeah, we'll put a signal on there, just say they've gone past that. It doesn't need to be one way. It will only be one way, to be honest. I can't imagine trains coming back from the other side, but that will do. Oh, I didn't need auto signalling, but as you know, I might want to put multiple trains on there. Yeah, all in one go. That's fine. Oh, we need to connect this dock back up to the forest. So we need a little bit more street going in there. That will do. How can we do this? Can we get across there? We can. Like so. And then connect back up to the forest, like so. And everything is connected. Again. Yep, you definitely highlight that, so you're good. We want a route, a new line, a new line. Oh, the custom colour thing. Yeah, I have got a custom colour mod installed, so I've got a good deal more colours available to me than the default vanilla colour set. If you want to put new colours in here, so yes, it works for mods, is what I'm saying. It's working with colour mods as well, at least the one I've got, which is listed in my Steam collection, a link to which is in the description below, of course. You know that. Yeah, to put a new custom colour in here, you need to press Shift and click on it, and then select which colour you want to put in here. So if you can find a colour you don't already have in your mix, in your grid here, like say that, I can put that in, apply that, and that's a new custom colour that I can use down here. Now I've picked this green colour, so we'll use that for this new line, because green for food was what I was thinking. So you can go from there to there. That's good. We won't use alternate platforming there, I don't think, but we will have this wait to fill up. Yeah, we won't need to wait too long, I would have thought. For this, 100 seconds. Yeah, that should be fine. That's good. Can we get a train on there? Yes. So we need to go to a depot which will deliver trains, which is you. So we want to buy a vehicle. How long is that route, actually? Let's get out of there. It's a modest length, so a good 80 or above, I think. Yeah, we don't want anything too slow. Do I want anything too slow? I'm not sure. I'm never sure, to be honest. We don't need to carry stone in the locomotive. There you go. And you go 125. It's a little bit fast. I don't think we need you. The Deltics, lovely speed, good power, but rubbish tractive effort. Likewise, the 50s. 95, 37s. Well, I quite like you. You're quite an old locomotive. You're not terribly powerful though. We're going to go with a 58 again. I'm sorry. Yeah, we definitely are. So we'll use the EWS, I think. I like you. I just like that colour scheme. Sorry, it has to be said. I do. I like it. Put you in there, and we are carrying in our wagons. We're carrying grain. So what do we have here? Going 80 miles an hour at maximum, really. We've got a new NAFI. You go 99, 330 a year. You go 75. Actually, you are quite good with... Oh, Tesco. Okay. I think, yeah, the polybulk will do quite nicely. Yeah. What do we have here? Biffa. Racing Green. Freightliner East London. I like the green. Green is our colour because there's the colour of our food. Okay, we're going to use you. 200 capacity. That looks fine. We'll just buy just the one of you for now, and we'll set you off. Okay, so they've... Oh, we need to put you on a line, don't we? 2. We'll put you on line 1, which I now obviously need, thank you, to give a name to. So this is Iron Acton, yeah, food. We'll give you a name. Iron Acton grain bulk, you will do nicely for that line. So I will start populating, adding more stations and trains to this, and start building up a new food industry to start shipping food into my towns. But before I leave, actually, there's something else I wanted to say. Yeah, I've got these new long trains on here, which do carry quite a few passengers, 176, and they're capable of going quite fast, 125 miles an hour, but their performance is awful. 40 minutes, 4 minutes on a flat. So I'm likely to replace these, I think, with another train. So you may see them come in the oops, let's go to the front of the train. There we are. Get our set. Oops, how'd you get down? There you go. That's a slightly better view. Yeah, so yeah, you may see these trains being replaced in the next episode because they're just too slow at getting up to a good speed. And having played on for a year or two since putting these on the line, they don't make a great deal of money. They should be much more profitable than they are. So I may replace them with something a little bit speedier and more efficient at getting to good speeds in a future episode. But anyway, for the time being, thank you so much for joining me today for this episode of Transport Fever 2. If you've enjoyed this, it'll be great to hear from you. A little bit of a like would be lovely. Even better, if you've got anything to say about the changes that are upcoming in the new update, the spring update for Transport Fever 2, or what I'm doing with the game, or the game itself, anything you feel like saying, please do drop a note into the comments box below. It's always good to hear from you. And of course, if you've not already subscribed to the channel, you could do that now, and that way you'll know when I upload another one of these or any of my other Let's Play series. But from me, Ajaxpost, here in Transport Fever 2, until the next time, bye bye for now.